Greetings Dartists, and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be going over gauntlet wraps. Typically starts in the hands and runs down the side of the forearm under the elbow and then back to the hand. This would normally be done in a wheel plane position with an elevated hand and the spin situated just outside the elbow. Shown here in a downspin, this gauntlet wrap connects just past the sharp bone in your elbow and then wraps over the arm to land in the web of your hand. Gauntlet wraps can also be done with an upspin, as shown here, with the elbow elevated in wing arm position, wrapping over the elbow and into the palm. There are two main grip variations that I like to use, one being the thumb hold, which holds the slack between the index finger and the thumb, and the other being the Vulcan grip, where you partition your grip between the middle and the ring finger, grasping the rope with the pinky side. Both methods are valid, and both of them free up the thumb and index fingers to create the gun finger or web for the rope to land into. These fingers create a nice V shape, which makes it easy to catch the rope. Once again, here is the thumb hold, and here is the Vulcan grip, which is gripping with the two exterior fingers rather than the thumb. When starting out, it's good to practice swinging into them to get the positioning and angles into your muscle memory. Some points to remember are, when you're spinning in a wheel plane, to keep the forearm angled just outside the elbow, and when you want to enter it, align the wrist over top the elbow. As the dart swings down towards you, you'll want to move your elbow towards it, keeping your hand up with the gun fingers open, allowing you to complete the wrap earlier and give you some extra reaction time and some leeway. At times, you may end up missing the catch point and the dart will twine around the bicep on the inside of the forearm. And it's important to know how to react when this happens, so you can recover and reset while you maintain your momentum. So if you messed up the catch after wrapping the arm and the rope falls on the inside of the forearm, you can make this look intentional by keeping the arm up and crowing the elbow 180 degrees across the chest to the other side. When it reaches your blind spot, then the elbow moves, bringing it horizontally across until the rotation unwinds itself. However many rotations happen on the one side, you will need to have unwind on the other side after crossing over, then returning to your base position. One rotation, cross over, one unwind. Two rotations, cross over, two unwinds, and so on. Once you've wrapped the bicep and you've crossed over past your center line, you'll notice that the rope dart is laying over a bar of slack, which you can control with both of your hands. Now you can add a lot of leverage to this slack, which will give it momentum, and will help actually speed up the unwind. And you can incorporate this into your sequences to make it look fast and intentional. Here I will demonstrate doing it slow a couple times, and then I'm going to speed it up a bit. Adding some double wraps. Increasing momentum with the leverage slack. Adding in a reverse elbow momentum spin. And finishing with a reset gauntlet wrap. You may also miss the catch point and the dart will fall along the outside of the forearm. This is less perilous, as normally it will just slide off and you can continue spinning. But you can also turn this around to look intentional and transform it into a rear elbow shot. Bring your wrist in closer to your clavicle, sharpen the elbow, and point it behind you on the downswing. As the rope travels under the elbow, sharpen the elbow tip and thrust it back as the dart falls forward. You can also get into pokies and smashing forward moves, but I'm going to save those for another video later. And again, to recap, here's a couple of gauntlet wraps, and some options for when it falls on the exterior of the forearm, such as pokies and elbow rear shots. And in case you haven't noticed, I have been adding a crucial element to these gauntlet wraps. and that would be this downward stall. And I say it's crucial because if I didn't use this, I would end up smacking my elbow really hard. Thankfully, these are RDA silk darts and not metal darts, otherwise my elbows would be bruised and funny. And stalls play an important role in limiting impact, absorbing momentum, and tapering off speed. For example, with striking a horizontal target, if you stop moving your hand where you thought the target was, you would end up hitting your back. To do this properly, you would have to strike through the target and then continue moving your fulcrum point along with the tail, thus absorbing its energy and preventing it from actually circling around to your spine. Now I'm going to run through a couple stalls and show you how they work. Now a stall is basically tapering off the energy from a spin and slowing it down to a halt in the direction it was going. Within a spin, the fulcrum point is static. With a stall, the fulcrum point relocates to the edge of the spin and then follows the path of the dart, while tapering off its speed and reducing its momentum. Up stalls require you to spin and then poke up, while down stalls require you to spin and then slowly follow the path down. Now if you enjoy these stalls, you might also like to try the anti-spin 4-petal flowers. You can learn all the stalls within them, generate tosses, cast behind, forward, and up from any direction within these flowers. And that is my rundown of the Gauntlet wraps, grip variations, mistake recoveries, and incorporating of stalls. Hope you found this useful, and have a great day.